Bienvenue à Montréal.
I've never been here before, and I'm excited to check out the Frenchy part of Canada.
I'm in Montreal with a bike to discover the city of Montreal.
I am here for the Go Bike Montreal Festival. I'm gonna ride bikes all over this beautiful city for the next few days, and I'm gonna find out why this city is one of the best cycling cities in all of North America.
Montreal is considered North America's hub for bicycle riding.
On its list of the 10 best cycling cities in North America, Bicycling Magazine rated Montreal #1. The city has over 700 kilometers of bicycle paths, which I will complete in the first 3 hours.
If we're going to talk about urban cycling, Montreal has been, in the North American context, way ahead of the curve. The first protected bike lane was put in the mid-1980s on this street, Rachel.
It's a biking city, Montreal. Yes, for more than almost 40 years we have cycling network. Each year it's increasing and increasing, and people, they are like cycling in Montreal.
I've been a few different places in Canada. I've never seen a city with as many bikes as Montreal. Downtown, there's bike paths all over the place. You feel like you're in Europe because you're just surrounded by bicycles. And yeah, get a bike. That's my tip.
I've got 10 hours before the sunset. This is the list of places that I need to go. I better get going. C'est parti!
Bike riding, there's tons of places to go for a bike ride. Like in the summertime, this place is absolutely beautiful.
It's a beautiful day out today, right?
It is indeed, and because it's a beautiful day, we decided to go in Parc Maisonneuve and ride our bike around. But we have a problem. We only have one bike.
Well, actually, Montreal has a perfect solution for that, and that is the BIXI bike rental system.
Where soaking up the sun and exploring a city that introduced bike sharing to North America is best done on 2 wheels.
This system here is phenomenal. It's called BIXI.
You can't throw a stone without hitting somebody on a BIXI bike.
The BIXI bike is a ubiquitous rental bike. You can find rows of them at any of 400 docking stations around town. Pay a small fee and go anywhere you like. Just drop the bike off at any other station.
They have like this really cool bike system. You can ride it all day for $5 a day if you get off every 30 minutes.
It makes for a really easy and convenient way to get around and affordable and a lot easier than walking everywhere.
What's up? We're biking in Montreal. $5 for the day for these bikes. Not bad. Ben over there has an electric bike. If he gets caught by the police, he gets a ticket because he's not wearing a helmet for it.
We're gonna get this one. Try to make sure that you enter the code within 5 minutes because there is a time limit. And then the light is gonna indicate when the bike is ready to be pulled off.
Our BIXI looking all fly.
See, people rent bikes. It's really, really eco-friendly, this city.
Huh? That's pretty cool.
First impressions of Canada. It's very busy. There's a lot of bikes. It's like Cambridge times 20. With the bikes, so it's a little overwhelming.
There is 1 million cyclists. It's half of the population using bike at least once a week.
There's actually a large section of the city, almost 40 square kilometers, where cycling ranges from 5 to 22% of the commuting share. Back in 1996, this concentration of cycling was only starting to take shape. Every new census year after this shows a visible increase in cycling as a method of commuting, especially around the main cluster.
The hip Plateau Montréal, over the course of just a few years, are you ready for this? 7 new parks, revamped 6 others, installed 226 planters on street corners, made 93 intersections safer for pedestrians, lowered average speed limits, created 17.7 kilometers of new bike infrastructure, installed 5,000 bike parking spots, and greened 43 alleyways. Somebody pinch me. You don't see that in North America at all.
What is this? So like parking for bikes? That's like extremely environmentally friendly. We don't have that in New York. This would be called a buffet for thieves in New York.
One thing I'm noticing about Montreal, a lot of bicycles everywhere.
Wherever you go, they're just riding right in front of you.
Especially the fittest people in all of Canada.
Not only is this a very fit and athletic city, obviously, but people here have great bike manner. They use hand signals, they let you know when they're passing on the left, nobody really rides aggressively. They know how to share the roads, and we need a lot more of that around the world. Montreal's got it going on.
I'm a guide, and with my group, we always stop and we make our signs. And so tourists say that cars and pedestrians are very polite for the cyclists here in Montreal.
I just finished doing a 3-hour bike tour all across the city. I can tell you it was the best thing I ever paid for. It was worth the price.
We got to get off the beaten path. We saw a lot of murals. We rode our bikes through alleyways. And I gotta say, Montreal is a very bike-friendly city.
Montreal is beautiful. So far, I love it, Montreal. How long have you been biking in Montreal?
Forever.
Forever? How long have you been biking in Montreal?
Oh, in Montreal for at least 10 years, maybe
10 years?
15 now.
Where do you usually bike?
I don't really bike on the mountain and out of town, basically.
Out of town? Okay.
Yeah. Montreal is a fun town because you have the mountain to do some laps and the street to do some speed.
Yes.
But if you want to do proper rides, you gotta get out of town.
Yeah.
I'm riding west of Old Montreal, heading for the historic Lachine Canal. The Lachine Canal was built in 1825 to bypass rapids on the St. Lawrence River. The route takes us by huge grain elevators. This is a very good ride.
One of the most unique cycling experiences in Montreal is the Petit Bois de Fleuve, or the Little River Route. Starting at a Formula One racetrack and ending at a beach, this 15-kilometer path takes you down a narrow stretch of land separating the St. Lawrence River from the South Shore Canal, while giving some impressive and changing views of the Montreal skyline.
To start from Montreal, you want to take the Jacques Cartier Bridge to Parc Jean Drapeau, specifically the southern island with the Gilles Villeneuve racetrack. This is an active Formula One circuit that's open to the public when it's not in use.
When you're done having fun here, you can continue on to the river path.
We followed the path for about 15 kilometers to the Montreal suburb of St. Catherine. You can follow the same river route back to Montreal, but we decided to return on the mainland instead, to see more of the surrounding towns.
The bike lanes here are completely separated from traffic and very pleasant to ride on. We're not exactly sure why, but suburbs in Montreal seem more likely to have good bike infrastructure than suburbs in other cities.
One advantage to taking the mainland back is getting to cross on the new Champlain Bridge. The views of Montreal are well worth the steep climb at the beginning.
Beautiful bike path, the ground is great, and just awesome views. Amazing seeing everybody enjoying the walk or the bike ride, looking at the vistas and just having a great day. I'm looking forward to using this a lot.
I'm scared of heights, so it's a little scary, but I really liked it.
It's a nice path, that's a nice path, great ride, weather is fantastic, so that's the best gift we could have, so thank you.
People have shown that they're ready for more and that they deserve more. The city is starting to implement unidirectional cycle tracks on either side of the street, and that is a great sign.
Montreal is an exciting place for transportation right now. Not only is it more than doubling its rapid transit network with a new automated light metro system called the Réseau Express Métropolitain, it's also really strengthening its bike infrastructure with the similarly named Réseau Express Vélo, or Express Bike Network. This 184-kilometer series of new and improved bike lanes will cover 17 corridors, or axes, across the island, and it's meant to help the city reach its goal of 15% of trips being done by bike within 10 years. With the REV, you can traverse the whole island, about 11 kilometers, while going completely straight except for 1 or 2 street changes, depending on the direction you're going.
Obviously, a big feature of this corridor is the space. Lanes are between 2.3 and 3 meters wide, which is up to double the width of existing bike lanes. Having a whole car lane for bikes is wonderful because it means very little conflict between cyclists going at different speeds.
The extra space makes the REV one of the most family-friendly parts of Montreal's bike network, because children tend to bike slower or in less of a straight line, or they use push scooters, or they have their parents nearby.
There's concrete separation in key places like near intersections and under viaducts, and you're separated from traffic by parked cars elsewhere.
And a snow clearing plan to keep it accessible 12 months of the year.
It's hard not to be excited about these improvements to Montreal's bike network.
It's just nice to see a serious effort to rethink road space and develop a more balanced transportation system.
Is there anything better than riding bikes on a Sunday morning with 25,000 people? It is time for the Tour de l'Île. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it means Tour of the Island. This is the big event for Go Bike Montreal.
It's a big happening, cyclist happening. It's called the Tour de l'Île de Montréal, and they will ride a 50-kilometer ride without cars. So the city is for cyclists today. There's no car on the road, only cyclists.
It's really inspiring to see how many kids are out here, how many families. There's something very empowering about being on the streets with this many cyclists.
The city is amazing. There's 4 bikes and you ride the bikes. Each bike plays a part of a segment of the song, and if all 4 people are riding the bike and pedaling, the whole song plays, but if one person stops, only part of the song plays. It's so cool.
$5 for
24 hours. Can't go wrong.
That is it for the bike ride here in Montreal. My legs are gonna be killing me tomorrow. I can already feel it. But it was awesome. I had a great time just seeing all the beautiful sights of Montreal, and I can't recommend that enough.
I'm feeling pretty tired, so I'm just gonna, like everybody else, just lay down the grass and watching sunset.
The sun is setting. It is a beautiful night here in Montreal, and I'm getting ready to ride with about 15,000 people in Tour la Nuit. One of my favorite things in the world. This is what I dream about when it's cold and dark in the winter, is riding bikes in the summertime. At nighttime, there's no better feeling in the world.
This is one of the coolest, most chill places I could ever imagine. Montreal, Montréal, call it whatever you want. I really don't think it cares. This city has everything it needs to become a world-class bicycle city. And that's why I keep coming back.
Get well soon.